And we are live. How you doing? Mike Blizzard here, founder of Speak Like a Pro Online. And I know it's Friday, okay? I had intended and actually started to do this Facebook Live yesterday. I had 3 attempts and finally knew I needed to kind of give up and do it today when I'm here, I'm at home. So the thing is, yesterday I was in town. I was in central London doing some coaching sessions, including a group coaching session that I do once a month with an organization, with a team of people, the 6 of us, me included. And I thought it'd be really nice to do a kind of an extra live YouTube live call, an Ask Mike call, while I'm just arriving at the offices in central London in Covent Garden. And so I started to do it and thought I had a really great strong signal, and then the video kept kind of tripping out. It kept losing the signal, and so I tried this 3 times and eventually just kind of gave up because I needed to go to my appointment. So that's why I didn't do this live yesterday, and then I was busy after that appointment, and so there you go. So that was it. So sometimes technology, even with brilliant things like 4G and our smartphones, and we still are sometimes, we have to be flexible with what sometimes situations throw at us. So that was it. So it's Friday. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. This is a Friday edition of Ask Mike, and so what I wanted to talk about yesterday, I'm still going to cover today, because as I say, I was on my way to a group coaching appointment. It's a live one, so it's, as I say, it's 5 people with me, so that's 6 in a room. We meet up once a month for a couple of hours, and we kind of, the way I arrange it is that we're kind of all in what I call a therapy circle. Now, I've never sat in a therapy circle. I probably would like to sit in a therapy circle. I've met some, I've attended some meetings and done some trainings in that kind of what I call a therapy circle. And it's, the thing with a therapy circle is that there are no back rows. There is nowhere to kind of sit behind somebody else. And it just means that whether you are vocal and whether your voice is in the room, the fact that you are equally on the same in the same row as everybody else, it means that you are in the room, you are in the session, in the training, in the coaching, in the whatever the session is. And I think it's a really good thing to do. And so that's how I run this group coaching program. And so whilst I'm leading the program, I present the program, and I kind of start each session off. Then really, because everybody is on effectively the front row, then they bring what they want to it, and they are in the room. And I just find it's a really great way to work. And one of the questions I'm asked a lot when I'm training or speaking or meeting people when I'm networking or whatever is what tips would I suggest? What top tips do I have for building, starting, or establishing a coaching business? Because I'm into my 16th year, almost 17 years now as a coach. So obviously I've done some things. Some things have worked and some things didn't. But the thing is, I do have the experience. I've got my experience now. So, and it's always an interesting question. One of the answers I always give is that whilst not all coaches, but the majority of coaches, we run our business, our coaching practice, whatever you want to call it, usually on a solopreneur basis, an entrepreneur basis. We're a sole trader, a one-man band, whatever you want to call it. I don't actually like that phrase, one-man band. I think a solopreneur sounds much cooler, but it's kind of all the same thing. It's whatever words works for you. So whilst we have that, and it's a good thing, and we enjoy it, and we've got our own, we're our own boss, and it ticks so many boxes, equally, having that territory where we own our destiny can sometimes slide into feeling isolated or kind of unconnected to whatever the outer world is, the outside world is. And sometimes that can get lonely. And so one thing I mentioned when I'm asked this question about what top tips I might suggest is just be involved with something pretty regularly. And some of the things I've done through the years, and you'll know this from other YouTube lives and webinars and newsletters and videos and things I've made through the years, that I've been a member of various mentoring programs, mastermind groups, coaching circles, coaching groups, and I'm still a member of two mastermind groups, and they're brilliant. And if you want to check out what they are, just look for the videos on this YouTube channel. You'll find me talking about them there. But we kind of meet up once a month, and it's incredible, great. And equally, coaching programs, group coaching programs. I've been a member of other people's programs, and they've been dynamite, incredible. And equally, I run a program myself once a year as well. The thing is, it's about finding the fit that works for you. And that when somebody's looking for a coach, and you might be a coach, it's not one size fits all. It's not just about finding a coach, it's finding the right coach for that client. Equally, if you're a coach, it's not just about finding a client, it's finding the right fit, and that magic fit where it kind of comes together. If it does come together, then you've got a great coach-client relationship. And I think that's the value of offering we're getting into a different territory here a little bit, but offering a free initial call session, whatever it is, just to see if that kind of magic connection is there. Because that's one of the, I think for me, one of the things that sets coaching apart. It's not just about booking a session, it's finding the right combination of energy and character and all the rest of it. So I've been a member of a few coaching programs. One of them was a small program, about 7 or 8 people, and I just found that invaluable. It was incredible. And then equally, I was a couple of years ago part of one with a coach in Australia, and there were about 90 people on this coaching program. And again, what words people use to describe their products and services are not necessarily always the same as how you would interpret those words to be. So this coach called it a coaching program. I found it to be more of a mixture of training and mentoring and Q&A. And that mix worked really well. It was a great program. I learned a lot. It helped my business. It was worth every penny. But as I say, the dynamics were not subtly, they were massively different. So as I say, with you, if you want to grow your business, if you want to expand what you do or start your coaching practice, then it's finding what kind of mix works for you, what inspires you. If you're more motivated by a big group of people, or if you like to be in a more intimate group where you really can interact with each other, with the other people, and also with the person running that group as well, is finding what works for you and being aware of that. So for myself, I'm also asked, do I run a group coaching program at the moment? And I always say only once a year. And I did my last one last year, and it was great. What I mean by great is that magic mix of people and the connection and what they achieved and what I learned, and just by hanging out with them each week was just incredible. And so I still feel after all these years blessed to be able to do this. So I have a new group coaching program coming up. It begins in May, so we've got a few weeks to go. And I'm going to put a link to it immediately below this video as soon as I finish this YouTube live, so you can check it out. And it's going to have the dynamics, how many sessions are involved, and there's some group coaching sessions, and it's going to be a maximum 4 or 5 people, no more, 6 with me, so a small group via Zoom, so we'll all be on the screen at the same time. And so there's going to be group coaching. There's also going to be one-on-one coaching in between, just quick catch-up calls in between the group coaching, the main group coaching session. So it explains about that on the web page I put together. Of course, because it's on Zoom, the group coaching calls will be recorded so you can get access to them and all the resources that we come up with along the way, even after the program. So, as I say, all of that's mentioned on the page. This program is really one thing I've learned through experiencing these kind of programs myself is that the more specific the outcome is really identified at the beginning. What are we all heading towards? The more likely it is that we'll cover more ground and actually achieve some of it. So whereas sometimes a group coaching program, especially with more people, when it's a very generic, just to feel happier, to feel more successful, to be more successful, all those things are very worthwhile. But you put especially a larger group of people together, and it can go off in so many different directions that actually what you take from that and what you might gain from that, whilst it might be motivational and be a total inspiration and a great experience, tangibly what you bring away from it can also it can sometimes disappoint. So I think it's a really good idea to be really clear on what the goal, talking coaching here, is from the program, especially if it's a small program, and this one will be a small program. So this program, it is for our coaches. So if you identify as a coach, if you're doing coach training, done coach training, if you're starting your business, maybe you have a more established business, and you just want to look at where you are now and what else you can add to it so you can develop that business and grow your coaching niche, your products, your services. It really is a looking about that. So equally, that applies to if you're a new coach and you're still unsure of finding that out. It's designed to, or has the intention to help you find your clarity and start developing your products, your programs, your services, how you connect with people, your marketing, so that you become a more successful coach. Now, just to say one caveat to that is a lot of coaches combine coaching alongside other things. I do. I'm a trainer. I speak. I make a lot of training videos for my business and also other people's businesses. And I write. So I kind of, what we're talking about there with values, one of my high values is variety. I like variety. It keeps me having fun, basically. I love the work I do. And I'd say many coaches have a mix. That mix might be different to what they've got in their business kind of portfolio. And so if you're coaching, if you're a coach and it's within something else, or you add coaching to what you already do, then this program can still be applicable. There are coaches out there that's what they do. They spend all their energy and their focus on that, and fantastic, great. I'm not that kind of person. I like my variety. But equally, the parameters are the same. It's about developing the coaching practice, getting really clear on what it is you want to focus on within that coaching business that you've got, program, and really develop your deliverables, your products and services along the way. So that is what the group coaching program is about this year. It's going to be 3 months, so 90 days, 12 weeks. Have a look at that. As I say, full information is on the web page that I've put together to give you all the ins and outs of that as well. Places are by application only, and the reason for that is, as I say, just to make sure we're that good mix. So it's a short application process. When you go to the web page, and by the way, it's mikeblissett.com. Just look on the Work with Mike at the top, and then when you go to that page, the bottom option is group coaching program. But equally, I'm going to put the link directly there immediately below this video when I've wrapped up this YouTube live call. Have a look at that. Click the link for the application form. Fill it out. It's really short. It's just to give me an idea of where you are, what you're looking to achieve, so that I get an indication if we're on a similar page. And then I'll set up a quick 20-minute, half an hour free telephone conversation. Again, just to give you a chance to ask any supplementary questions, because we all have our little questions we need to have answered before we can make that decision. And then if we're a good fit, and it might be that we find out that we're not a good fit, in which case it's been time well spent, that's great. But if we do find out we are a good fit and we want to work together, you want to be part of this, as I say, small core group of people on this coaching program, then I'll offer you a place. You can book it, reserve it, and then we're good to go to begin in May. So that is it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling, I was going to say buzzed up. I'm feeling really excited and thrilled that this is coming around again. I only do it once a year, and because it fits in with other things, and it means that when I come to it, I feel fresh, I feel alive, I feel energized by just even contemplating working with some brilliant people again. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. So if this is something you're interested in, click that link immediately below this video. If you're watching this live, it's going to be there in like 10 minutes when I'm just kind of finish this YouTube live video, and then I'll put the show notes underneath, and you'll get that link right at the very top of those show notes. And if you've got any questions, send me an email, send me a message, leave a comment on YouTube, or there's Facebook message, there's my newsletter, just hit reply. I mean, there's so many ways to get in touch, and that would be super cool. So that's it for this Ask Mike session. Just to say, from next week, I've got this idea in my mind that I'm going to be doing Ask Mike sessions on a Wednesday. Wednesday feels like a good day, and it's going to be 3 p.m. on London time. So that's GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. So from next week, from next Wednesday, Ask Mike, the live calls, YouTube live calls, are going to be on Wednesday afternoons at 3 o'clock. So that's it for me. I hope it's a good day where you are. I'm in North London. It's a glorious sunny spring day. It's lovely. So whatever you got planned for the weekend, whether you're working, whether you're not working, I hope it's a great weekend. I'm not working this weekend. I'm training all next weekend. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. Seeing some movies, the usual kind of things that we do at the weekend. And next weekend, I'm looking forward to working with a big bunch of people. I've got a training program coming up, so I'm looking forward to that as well. So, group coaching program coming up. I look forward, if you're interested in this, to working with you and getting your applications and having that call. So, have a great week, end to the week, and have a great weekend. Take care.